Hello guys, right, these three candle reversals, I keep getting asked questions about them that make it quite clear that very few of my videos have been watched, and that's, I don't know, it's a little bit vexing to be honest with you, because you know, I've spent 16 years getting to this point, and you should not expect to spend any less than 3. In my opinion, it took me 4.5 to become profitable. But if you find a method, half the problem, I reckon I wasted probably 2 years trying to become a specialist in virtually every method. And you know the cliche goes, jack of all, master of none. So in my opinion, this is worth mastering. Could save you 2 or 3 years. But you have to think outside the box. Not every 3 candle reversal is the same looking pattern. There are multiple ways. All they are is a way to add precision to a imprecise method of understanding trends. So you have a 3 candle trend, or in fact it's a 2 candle trend really, high, low, lower high, lower low. That is a trend. High, low, lower high, lower low. I think Martin Pring came up with it, Wyckoff might have done a bit, but if you go down those routes as well, you will end up confused. It doesn't have to be just 3 candles, but I'm going to try not to muddy the waters and just stick with the classic 3 candle reversal, and then maybe later in this video, or maybe in part 2, I'll start to talk about some others. But the 3 candles are not 3 candles in a row. They are 3 distinct labelled candles. They have names. The name of the first candle is the I've forgotten the name myself now. Penultimate. I'm sorry, I'm trying to really think carefully about this. The first candle is your penultimate because it is the penultimate low. The second candle is the ultimate because it is the ultimate low. And the third candle is the reversal candle because it is the candle that breaks the high of the penultimate candle and closes. So this candle clearly didn't close above the high of that candle, so we disregard it. That is not candle 3, this is candle 3. So if we put a high on a candle in a down move, let's say we put it on that one, and waiting for a candle to break and close above it, because it is our ultimate candle high, then the minute that or candle low, the minute that candle's low is broken, it then becomes the penultimate candle, and this now becomes the ultimate. And then the moment that low is broken, we change the name again to from the ultimate to the penultimate. If this candle's low was broken, that would change from the ultimate low to the penultimate low, and the new candle that broke the low would be called the ultimate. So you can track these candles down as the lows are broken, knowing that you won't get trapped into a long trade by mistake. Okay, so let's put on this classic example of a 3 candle reversal, if you like, the simplest, the high on the penultimate's high. Now we can't see any of this on the right hand side, so when price comes up and starts attacking it and finally closes above it, we know we have a potential reversal. Then, as I've said in many of my videos, and going back to that first part that I didn't finish, I don't think, before you ask any questions or start getting, I don't know, frustrated or even critical of some of the reversals, setups, and start wondering what the hell you're doing looking at them, make sure you have watched at least every video in my playlist twice, and make sure you've watched 20, 30, 40 of the other videos before you disappear off to your next potential holy grail, be it Fibonacci's, Bollinger Bands, breakouts, or whatever. I promise you, trends within trends on every time frame work and have worked for 50 years. People were paper trading this stuff when there were no electronic terminals. Okay, so this has reversed long. It's closed. That is a confirmation. It is not a trigger to just hit the trade and hope. You have to watch all the lower time frames. That's a subject for another video. Well, I've made probably a dozen videos on it, so please, as I said, do your homework. It will take you anything up to 10 years to become profitable. Hopefully this will shorten that process for you. If you haven't done it in 10 years, then don't give up, because it will happen. So when we drop to the lower time frames, we can start to look at the actual trends, the swings within these candles. So go to the 15-minute time frame. You need at least 4, a multiplier of 4, to be able to start the swings, see the swings, the internals. You will always get this problem with the lines not being correct when you drop down, so you have to tighten up the lines. In fact, this one is fine. So if we look on the line chart now, there's your low, there's your high, there's your pullback, there's another higher high, here's another higher low, here's a higher high. So how do you know when the trend is broken just looking at those swings? It's more difficult on the candlesticks, but the green, the pullback, the green, the red, the green, the red, finally the green, you don't. But what you do know, if you draw that H1 level on, categorically you have got a precise level to call your break of trend. So you could have, I call this swing 1, 2, 3. 3 will always be the close above the old resistance, or in a downtrend it will always be the close below old support. So we do not have to know which is the correct number of swings. 3, regardless of whether you've had 5 swings in here, will always be your break and close. The pullback will always be called swing 4, no matter how many times we get the swing. And then swing 5 is what some in the past have called the impulse move, when all the sellers have been forced into the market and get taken out again, stops attacked, whatever. There are no more sellers left to go in and the price bursts up. Swing 4 could also be called your accumulation or distribution phase, depending on whether you're long or short. Swing 5 will always be the impulse move, and the move you want to be getting in after all these other swings have happened. So do not get tied up with counting swings here. That is the whole point of a 3 candle reversal. the penultimate candle, the ultimate candle, the reversal candle. 3 candle reversal. Okay, that's part 1. I am going to do part 2 to cover a few other major points. I'm talking slowly and it's accentuated because I just want to not rush over this stuff. Okay, have time to think about it, replay it, pause it, make notes, whatever. It's important that we bulk down some of these basics. That's part 1. I'll make part 2 now.